The IPL auction is just a day away. A lot of players are going to go for big bucks. If you look at the established international stars, bowlers, batters, all-rounders, established Indian stars, bowlers, batters, all-rounders, they are all going to go for big bucks. But what about the uncapped guys? The uncapped players are all at a very low base price of say 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 30 lakhs and so on. Because of that, if they are not picked, what happens to them? If they are picked and if they go on to play some games, what happens to them in the next season? Normally, there has been a set principle in place. Now, the BCCI ahead of the IPL 2024 auction, they are announcing a new incentive that is there. According to a report in CricBuzz, the details are there as to what the fee incentive will be. The regulations that the BCCI is bringing about for the uncapped players is actually going to be in their benefit. Because what are the details of the BCCI fee and regulation structure that is there in the case of the uncapped players? There is an incentive plan for uncapped players from the BCCI. It is a reward for players in between the seasons if they go on and play international cricket. Player will not be locked in the same fee. Now, the clear incentive is that if the uncapped player does well in that particular season, then if he goes on to play international cricket for that period of 3 years with that same, after staying with that same franchisee, if he wants to leave in the same season and goes to a next one, there will be an increase in his fee. So, player will not be locked in that same fee bracket that he earlier was in. Because what was the earlier structure when you have to look at the uncapped player situation and the BCCI? Now, supposing if a player was bought for 20 lakhs for a 3-year contract or lesser, for that period of time, he would be locked at that same price. He is bought in at 20 lakhs, he will be in that same price. Uncapped player fee can go up if sold for 50 lakhs or more. So, supposing from 20 lakhs he's gone up to 50 lakhs or more or 1 crore, next year if he wants to leave the franchisee and go in the new franchisee, his base price will be different. If player plays 10 internationals in between that, then fee could double up. So, his base price instead of 30 lakhs can very well be 75 lakhs. That is the regulation that the BCCI has brought upon. What is the exact wording of the law and the fee structure that the BCCI has circulated? Because the league fee payable to any player for next season and any subsequent season, if such player's contract is extended by the relevant franchisee, shall be rupees 50 lakhs for so long as such player has one cap. So, supposing if one player has gotten only one international cap, his fee will be rupees 50 lakhs. Rupees 75 lakhs for so long as such player has 5 to 9 caps, and rupees 1 crore if the player has 10 caps or more. That is the situation. From 5 to 9, his fee will be 75. If he is played more than 10, then it is 1 crore. So, that is why if a franchisee has given a player a contract at rupees 20 lakhs and he's locked him in for 3 years. But if he goes on to play international cricket, if it's 1, it will be 50. If it is 5 to 9, it will be 75. It will be 10 or more, 1 crore. So, not just the base price, the fees that the player is paid in that sense for an uncapped player, he will not be locked in that same fee price. And that is why if you have to look at it, a player will be legitimate. An uncapped player will be legitimate to have a big increase when it comes to this. So, to keep it very simple, if a player has played more internationals in this 3-year period, if he was uncapped when he was picked, but he goes on to play 10 games or more, he will have an increase in his fee. So, when he goes to the auction 3 years later, he can very well quote a base price of 1 crore. It's now legitimate because he's no longer an uncapped player in that sense. So, The BCCI has given out an incentive that, okay, if you do well in the IPL, if you're on that same base price, same fee that you're getting, but then if you perform and do well in international cricket, then your incentive will not necessarily be locked in for 3 years. 1 year, if you want a release, you want to go into the auction pool, if it is 50 lakhs, then you can be bought at that price. So, being stuck in that same base price for 3 years. So, point 1, if a player plays for 1 year, plays about 5 internationals, if he wants to leave the franchisee on mutual terms, then the next franchisee that he picks up, his fee can be 50 lakhs, 75 lakhs in that sense. If he plays 10 or more, he is legitimately asking for 1 crore in that case. So, the 3-year lock-in period is done with because of this new incentive by the BCCI. What do you think of BCCI's incentive for the uncapped players? Is it a fair deal? Is it giving the uncapped players much more motivation to perform well in the IPL and then make a jump into domestic cricket or into international cricket? You can write to us in the comments below, and thank you so much folks for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so that when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.